introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Kansas City Chiefs. Now this will make it into the end zone. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. Now the return will stop right around the 25. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give them this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So how about that? You draft him in the first round back in April, hoping he'll make some plays for you. And now look at this. Instant dividends. A pick six in his very first NFL game.
Put that ball on the mantle at home, young man.
And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC.
Makes the score Chiefs 7, Bengals nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
15 yards on the play, first down.
Bengals first down.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 35-yard line. Burrow will throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
5-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Again, it's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And some space here. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 15-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First down, Bengals.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And now look at him go. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Short of the goal line.
Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so, and one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
Cross play to the running
His
back.
path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
2 yards. It's now 4th and goal.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. Butker's kick here is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
On the tackle. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Cincinnati.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
Burrow's sack.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Burrow looking to pass. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm is going forward. Incomplete pass. Going deep downfield for Ross. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, 70 yards. And the Bengals have got it back to a one-score game. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
The score, Chiefs 10, Bengals 7.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
At the 44-yard line.
Now a throw here to his running back. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Burrow. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
To Joe Mixon.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down.
He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon there to make the grab. And the Bengals have taken the lead. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Mecole Hardman. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
Mecole Hardman on the return. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10. at their own 33-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? He's got the lane, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. It's good, and the lead moves now to 2. It's 17-15.
Chiefs 17, Bengals 15. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. 23 yards on the play. And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. It let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow escaping the pressure right. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Mixon on the toss right. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
Anthony Hitchens brought him down. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7. At the Chiefs.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. And the Chiefs are going to get him. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. The loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
A loss of a yard.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 17, Mahomes, and going, he's got a man, complete. Past the 20, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 83 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. But now it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. John Ross. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown.
It is good.
Point after, up and good. And the lead is down to 2.
Bengals 22.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Mahomes. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
You give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10.
Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the 1st down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Got a man open. It's Ross. 20, 10, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Complete.
John Ross on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals are once again going to retake the lead. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Nicole Hartman on the return. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
On second down, here's Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off at his own 47. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. On second down, here's Mixon. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20 and down to the 16-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Bengals.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow, eluding the pressure right. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. 31. Extra point splits the uprights, and that gives them a 3-point lead.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a field interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
At the 43-yard line.
Now here's Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down. And now here's a carry heading left. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
2nd and 2.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4.
Hey, 57, 57. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. I got you, son.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. He'll find Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
A 25-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
To number 84.
A big play there for Cincinnati. 57 yards. They'll give it to Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bengals draw even, and of course they can take the lead if they hit the extra point.
It is good.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will put them on top here in the third.
34.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground. A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now it's Mahomes again. He is going to find Hill here. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 44-yard line. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener. And it's a first down.
That's a 44.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
It's now 3rd down and 3.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Gets this one to Hill. And down inside the 15. Shy of the 10.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
The 2-yard line.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in the 4th. Mahomes going to throw. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead.
42. Bengals 35. Harrison Butker to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
It was Frank Clark that time who got in there to bring him down.
Normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
By Logan Ryan.
Burrow from his own end zone. Going deep downfield for Ross. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. From the gun, they'll try to run it. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Right back to him on first down. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
At the 15-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. It takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. Now with his 3rd touchdown in his first ever NFL game. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good.
For Kansas City.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. They'll roll him out right. Airing one out for Boyd. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
6-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
1st and 10.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Yellow.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. To the goal line, but but it's incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off with great anticipation, and he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener, but this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. John Ross, the one he was looking for, and now it's 2nd down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Joe Mixon.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Green's got it over the middle. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 36. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football,
Yeah.
where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for Kansas City, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL.
Take another L. Designer, did that splash, did that drill, yeah, champion, yeah, we winning teams, 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they I can't hear when the crowd screams, still balling like eating blood across it where the blood then the juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers, only bread and butter what we ate for dinner, so I had to drink it to the gold. We don't need to sell. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah. I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah. I feel the way my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah. I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah. I feel the way my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here.
This is Dev B Music.
Hey yo,
Yeah.
Nike check.